Police village volunteers in Makhan. Six more arrested for attacks on elected officials' properties. Total rises to 41. Mpox outbreak prompts WHO to maintain global health emergency. "37 killed, over 100 injured. Asia-Sunni clashes rock Pakistan." And Putin vows more hypersonic missile test. A very good afternoon. You're watching ELITETV English News and I'm your host, Ragina, giving you the news in detail. A violent confrontation erupted in Manipur's Kangpokpi district when armed poppy cultivators allegedly confronted police and local volunteers during an anti-narcotics operation, highlighting escalating tensions in the region's fight against illegal drug cultivation. The incident occurred on November 20 at approximately 11:30 a.m. when members of the Makhan village, accompanied by the additional superintendent of police Kangpokpi and over 30 police personnel, attempted to destroy illegal poppy plantations. The planters, wielding guns and weapons, rushed devilishly to the volunteers and the police team, stated the Makhan village authority in their official press release. The confrontation resulted in the destruction of equipment meant for destroying poppy plants, forcing both police and volunteers to retreat. The Makhan village authority expressed particular concern about the police response to the situation. The additional SP Kangpokpi and his team literally running away from the hooligans was a complete mockery of the arms and uniform, the statement noted. The village volunteers were present on dual missions, guiding police through difficult terrain and showing support for the state government's war on drugs campaign. The incident occurred despite prior communication with the superintendent of police Kangpokpi. The Makhan village authority has issued an ultimatum to the government demanding action within 4 days. "We give the government a period of 4 days to destroy the poppy plants from our Makhan, Liangmai, Nagaland and arrest those who keep poppy cartel groups," the statement declared, warning of potential democratic protests, including transport disruptions if their demands are not met. Manipur police arrested 6 individuals and apprehended 1 juvenile for their alleged involvement in damaging properties belonging to elected officials on November 16, marking significant progress in the ongoing investigation. 3 suspects were taken into custody on November 22 in Kakching district: Mayanglangbam Harrison Singh, 28, Wahengbam Samson Singh, 32, and Yengkhom Chandrasekhar Singh, 57. The following day, police detained 3 more individuals in Imphal West: Mutum Rosen Singh, 28, Laishram Bizoy Meitei, 21, and Jamson Tokchom, 20, along with 1 juvenile. The total number of arrests related to the November 16 property attacks has now reached 41, according to police officials. These incidents are part of a broader pattern of unrest that has gripped the northeastern state. This development follows earlier arrests and coincides with heightened security measures across Manipur. Law enforcement has established numerous checkpoints and increased patrols along major transportation routes to maintain order and protect essential supplies. The property attacks occurred against the backdrop of wider tensions in the region, including recent violent incidents and ongoing political disputes. Local authorities continue the investigation while maintaining enhanced security protocols across affected districts. Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi Badra said on Saturday she looks forward to being the voice of the people of Wayanad in Parliament and thanked Rahul Gandhi for showing her the way and having her back always. Her remarks came after she took an unassailable lead of over 4 lakh votes in the by-election to Wayanad Lok Sabha seat in Kerala. Priyanka Gandhi secured over 6,17,942 votes in the Lok Sabha bypoll for Wayanad, defeating her nearest rival Satyan Mokri by 2,09,906 votes. BJP's Navya Haridas secured 1,09,202 votes. Taking to her X handle, the Congress General Secretary wrote, "My dearest sisters and brothers of Wayanad, I am overwhelmed with gratitude for the trust you have placed in me. I will make sure that over time you truly feel this victory has been your victory and the person you chose to represent you understands your hopes and dreams and fights for you as one of your own." Expressing her gratitude for UDF colleagues, volunteers and workers, Gandhi said, "My colleagues in the UDF, leaders from across Kerala, workers, volunteers and my office colleagues who worked incredibly hard in this campaign. Thank you for your support, for tolerating my 12-hour-a-day, no food, no rest, car journeys and for fighting like true soldiers for the ideals we all believe in." She also thanked her family to their support. "To my mother Robert and my 2 jewels, Raihan and Miraya, no gratitude is ever enough for the love and courage you give me. And to my brother Rahul, you are the bravest of them all. Thank you for showing me the way and having my back always." Assam Gana Parishad President and Assam Minister Atul Bora praised Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership following the BJP-led Mahayuti Alliance's resounding win in the Maharashtra Assembly elections. In a post on X, Bora called the victory a testament to the people's overwhelming trust in Modi's governance and vision. "On behalf of the Assam Gana Parishad, I extend heartiest congratulations to Mahayuti Alliance, BJP and CP Shiv Sena on its resounding victory in the Maharashtra Assembly elections," Bora stated. "This landslide win is a testament to the people's tremendous faith in the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi," he added. Bora also commended the people of Maharashtra for reaffirming their belief in the alliance's agenda for progress and prosperity. He highlighted the global recognition of Modi's visionary approach and its impact on shaping India's future. The BJP-led Mahayuti Alliance, which includes BJP, Shiv Sena and NCP Ajit Power faction, won 230 of the 288 assembly seats. The BJP secured 132 seats, Shiv Sena 57 and the NCP 41. The opposition Maha Vikas Aghadi suffered a severe blow with the Congress winning only 16 seats. Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena 20 and Sharad Pawar's NCP just 10. Prime Minister Narendra Modi celebrated the victory at the BJP headquarters, crediting the people of Maharashtra for rejecting negative and dynastic politics. He criticized the Congress, calling it a parasitic party that not only struggles to win elections independently but also undermines its allies. Assam Congress President Bhupen Bora remained optimistic despite the party's defeat in all 5 assembly by-elections held in the state. The vote counting was completed today, November 23, with BJP and its coalition candidates winning by large margins. Speaking to media, Bora said, "We may have lost today, but we are motivated to work harder. Our efforts will pay off and in the upcoming elections, we will definitely emerge victorious." He further added, "The way the people of Assam made us victorious before, we have also faced defeat. We accept both victory and defeat with humility, but today the media has not highlighted an important issue." Bora took a sharp dig at Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, accusing him of focusing on national politics over the welfare of Assam. For the past 4 months, Sarma has been acting as a part-time Chief Minister. He was sent to Jharkhand, Telangana and Karnataka but was unsuccessful in all his ventures. If the BJP had sent him to Maharashtra, they would have lost there as well, he said, criticizing Sarma's political engagement outside the state. Bora, while acknowledging the defeat, also emphasized the progress Congress had made. "We congratulate Priyanka Gandhi on her victory in Wayanad. We received a strong support in Sidli and Behali and we are confident about contesting the BTR elections in 2025. The people of Assam and BTR believed in Congress and they will help us win, he said. He also mentioned while Congress lost in some constituencies, the party gained significant ground in others, adding in Dolai, we improved by over 30,000 votes compared to June 2024. We exposed the BJP's corruption and failure to deliver on their promises. Talking about the pre-poll violence in Samaguri, Bora expressed regret over it and alleged illegal voting. We have filed complaints with the DC office, the police and the Election Commission in Delhi, he said, referring to reports of people from Samaguri casting votes in other states under questionable circumstances. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma expressed gratitude and satisfaction over the bypoll results in the Gambier Assembly constituency, calling the outcome a testament to the people's commitment to development. The results align with our expectations. We are deeply grateful to the people of Gambier for their support and trust, he stated. Dr. Mehtab Chande A. Sangma, wife of CM Conrad Sangma, scripted history by clinching the Gambier seat with a significant margin of 4,594 votes. Her victory shattered Congress' stronghold in the constituency, which had been a bastion for over a decade. This win marks a milestone for the National People's Party, which had previously struggled in Gambier. In the 2023 Assembly elections, the NPP failed to secure even the runners-up position, with Congress and All India Trinamool Congress dominating the field. Congress heavyweight Saling A. Sangma had held the seat for 3 consecutive terms since its formation in 2013 and earlier from the now merged Dharamgiri constituency. Saling vacated the seat after his victory in the Tura Lok Sabha elections earlier this year. Dr. Mehtab Chandi's triumph is particularly remarkable as it marks a debut in electoral politics. She successfully defeated seasoned contenders like Sadia Rani M. Sangma of AITC, who has contested the seat twice before and is currently a member of District Council in the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council. Sadia Rani is also the wife of former State Minister Janet Sangma and the sister-in-law of Mukul M. Sangma, leader of opposition and former Chief Minister of Meghalaya. BJP's Bernard N. Marbak, another MDC and a prominent political figure, was also in the fray. Despite his efforts, he could not replicate his second-place finish from the 2023 Assembly elections in South Tura, where he contested against Conrad Sangma. Jingjang M. Marbak of Congress, a close aide of Saling S. A. Sangma, finished third in the bypolls. Despite Congress' historical dominance in Gambier, the party failed to regain its foothold. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Sri Sri Gaurachandrai Namha Purvasanda Ikoi Kwaibu Kondiramba Sri Yendrembam Kumar Singh Namagi Nuksi Jarba Manung Sagai Natai Amadi Marupang Kwai Punum Puthadok Lamlaga Haukiba Tang Tara Taret Nomazin Mita Sri Gurugi Kripadi Ves Olga Sri Krishna Sectarian Das have a name from Jaduna Pindaba Prapti Oikre Lakiba Tang Kunitoi Rain Mita Asti Sanjay Lokotarga Lakiba Tang Kuntra Tanzanumita Srada Din Tokle Walakasi the Brahman Besnap Ahalaman Marupang Ekona the Sakang Hudraba Kwaipunum Matam Chan Limbertuna Harinam Saban Tabiraba Paujanjari Vasing, Srimati Yendrembam Obi, Damayanti Devi Sardharmini, Sri Yendrembam Iboyama Singh Machanupa, Sri Yendrembam Robin Singh Machanupa, Srimati Yendrembam Ombi, Bina Amina Devi Mamunupi, Srimati Yendrembam Ombi, Dayasori Devi Mamunupi, Yendrembam Davhina Masunupi, Kurai Awang Kongpal, Laisum Laikai.
Diabetes Kolonia the Hingliba Singh Tamagi Manunda control Tobangamle. Urea creatinine wangbasu Tamagi Manunda Hantabangamle. Kong Hambanungai Tebasu, Numit Manganigi Manunda Fahan Bangamle. Pile Sibadi Nungsang Nabasu, Jama de Jama, Fahan Bangamle. Cholesterol Wangba, Numit Kunida, normal Oibangamle. BP Wangbasu, Tamagi Manunda, normal Oibangamle. Fatty liver Oibasu, Tamagi Manunda, Fagat Hanbangamle. Pumnamak, natural Oibahidak Makalna, Lying Javani. Hakjang the Sokadaba side effect, Amatalaite. Makata Hidak Jabagi Matosu Tararoy. Hena Kupa Parol Gidamak, Nasimak Langson Birau, Diabetes Hospital, Soybam Laikai, Ayangpali Road, opposite Karkinos Jenims Hospital, Porompat, Imphal East, near Punjab National Bank.
Live Tharadi Miamda, Asengba Adu Haibiu. Dukan yauraakanda masidadi offer laitena soidana hairakani. HG Cassette Gallery da amutang lingshin birau. Online price da mobile khudimak loina phangbigani. Hojik se wana ba matamnina loan gi khudong chabasu aikhoi gi maikai dagi pizari. MI gi phone leiba singi su lucky draw leizai. Chahi loramdai asida adom gi daw adu yabra haina amutang yingbiu. Car bite mobile na jingba sing phawwa yana leiri. Ningol chakau bagi special offer gi mathakta aikhoi gi store gi oina su lucky draw tawjari. Lucky draw asigi first prize na 32-inch TV, second prize na induction, third prize na rice cooker ni. Singjamai supermarket laiba HG Cassette Gallery da lengshin biraktuna khudong chaba ase lawbihau.
Makhal kaya gi award fangaba HG Cassette Gallery ni. Chahi taragi mathaktagi HG Cassette Gallery na mobile store asida matam nga chanaba mongda offer amadi discount kaya piduna lakchari. Sale khudong cha dableresu loan da mobile lawbiba yagani. Discount piba khatang natana lucky draw tawduna miyamda khudol kaya amsu pijari. Miyamsu Singjamai supermarket laiba HG Cassette Gallery da utang lingsing birau. Loina na HG Cassette Gallery gi Facebook page asibu follow tawba singi onasu lucky draw amasu thamjari.
Welcome back. Union Minister Kiren Rijiju has emphasized the Bharatiya Janata Party's strategic success in dismantling the Congress narrative during the recently concluded Maharashtra Assembly elections. Rijiju asserted that the grand victory of the BJP-led Mahayuti alliance reflected the electorate's rejection of the Congress ideology and reaffirmed faith in the BJP's governance and development model. Taking to social media, Rijiju remarked the grand victory of the Mahayuti alliance in Maharashtra is a symbol of the citizens' unwavering faith in the continuous development work of BJP. This victory is a proof of the dedication of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and the state government towards common people. He extended his congratulations to all the workers and leaders of the Mahayuti alliance for their relentless efforts in securing the decisive mandate. Earlier during an election rally at Sakole PCC, President Nana Pado's seat, the Union Minister launched a sharp attack on the Congress party, accusing it of undermining the constitution and disrespecting Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's legacy. Rijiju asserted that the Congress must apologize to the nation for its actions, which he termed an affront to the principles upheld by the architect of the Indian Constitution. The Congress party has no right to talk about the Constitution and Baba Saheb Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. They must tender an apology before the nation for attacking the Constitution and Dr. Ambedkar, Rijiju said in the strongly worded statement. The Family First Party can never make our country great, said the Union Minister. Rijiju further criticized Congress for failing to recognize the Adivasi community. The contribution made by the Adivasi community towards the nation independence was never given any recognition. PM Modi announced November 15 as a Janjatiya Gaurav Divas to commemorate the brave tribal freedom fighters. A major dispute erupted between street vendors and Meghalaya Tourism Minister Paul Lyngdoh over the contentious issue of a hawker relocation from Kindailat, with vendors staging late-night protests and challenging the minister's consultation claims. The Meghalaya and Greater Shillong Progressive Hawkers and Street Vendors Association strongly refuted Lyngdoh's statement about vendor consultations, calling them willfully misleading. Vendors demonstrated their opposition by continuing to operate until 11 p.m. on November 23, demanding proper implementation of street vending laws. Activist Angela Rangad, speaking on behalf of the association, stated that the minister's statements were entirely fabricated and reflected a worrying lack of understanding of the law. She highlighted that heritage markets such as Kindailat could not be classified as no vending zones under the Street Vendors Act of 2014. While Minister Lyngdoh maintains that extensive consultations occurred over the past year through a committee led by Deputy Chief Minister Sneaw Valangdar, this association insists they were never part of these discussions. The vendors argue that any relocation decisions must involve the town vending committee, which requires a 40% representation from elected street vendors. The association has taken an unusual step by offering to conduct a training session for Minister Lyngdoh and other officials on street vending laws and urban design practices. They warned that any forced evictions could significantly impact Shillong's urban economy, where street vendors play a crucial role in employment and revenue generation. Tripura Chief Minister Manik Saha will inaugurate Tripura Tourism Promo Festival 2024, the first ever tourism promotion festival in the state, in the Gomati district on December 3. The festival, which will be held in 4 popular destinations till December 14, aims to increase tourist footfall in the state by 39 to 50%. Tourism Minister Sushant Chaudhary said Chief Minister Manik Saha is scheduled to inaugurate Tripura Tourism Promo Fest 2024 on December 3 at Narikel Kunja in Gomati district. He said musical concerts involving local bands, traditional costume shows showcasing the culture of the tribes of the state, and an indigenous food festival will be organized during the program. Various events will be organized at Nirmahal Water Palace in Sepahi Jala on December 9, while several other programs will be held at Jampui Hill in North Tripura district on December 11, he said. Chaudhary said the main program will be held at Vivekananda Ground in Agartala from December 12 to 14. Our main objective is to promote the state's tourism culture and heritage not only at the national level but also internationally. We want to increase tourist footfall in the state by 30 to 50%. Around 40 top tourist operators of the country will be invited to the festival, he said. Eminent playback singer Shreya Ghosal will enthrall attendees at the closing ceremony at Vivekananda Ground in Agartala on December 14, he said. Prashanta Badalnegi, the director of the tourism department, said a program will be held on various aspects of the tourism sector in Tripura in which tourist operators from outside the state will take part. Sikkim, renowned for its breathtaking landscape, has once again transformed into a winter wonderland, with the state receiving the first snowfall of the season. The popular tourist destination Somgo Lake and the picturesque Nathang Valley, known for its serene beauty, have received fresh layers of snow, captivating both locals and travelers. This fresh spell of snowfall has enhanced the state's allure, drawing an influx of tourists eager to witness a snowy landscape and indulge in winter activities. Local authorities have advised travelers to prepare for the chilly conditions while ensuring safety measures are adhered to during their visit. Global health officials have reaffirmed the emergency status of Mpox amid surging cases and the emergence of a concerning new variant. The World Health Organization's decision follows the spread of the aggressive clade IV strain beyond African borders into Europe and Asia. Cases have skyrocketed in Africa, with over 46,000 suspected infections reported this year. The Democratic Republic of Congo bears the heaviest burden, accounting for most of the 1,000 plus suspected deaths. Health authorities have detected the clade IV variant in multiple countries, including the United Kingdom, Germany, Sweden, and India, marking a significant expansion of the outbreak's geographic reach. The virus, which spreads through close contact and causes flu-like symptoms with a characteristic lesions, poses a particular threat in regions with limited healthcare access. While typically mild, severe cases can prove fatal. Responding to the crisis, health officials have expanded vaccine options. Bavarian Nordic's vaccine received approval earlier this year, followed by KM Biologics' emergency use authorization in September. Despite criticism of vaccine distribution delays, WHO officials emphasized vaccination as crucial to controlling the outbreak. The organization calls for international cooperation to strengthen vaccination campaigns and boost public awareness efforts. Let's take another short break. We'll be right back.
Mobile furniture na lagliba wedding season asigi anau contemporary wedding set furniture sing puduna lakchari loina na Manipur de ihan hanbo oina wedding set laibiba matamda 24 karat ki 5 gram ki gold coin free gift oina bizari mayam lengsin biraktuna mobile furniture ki 3rd edition the great wedding sales gold offer asi pre-booking tobiduna khudong jaba silobi ho
offer asi akupa information khambina bagi damakta sangai product laiba mobile furniture la lengsin biro
Hey, come on. Photo some team.
Akwai kai dini nonglai ngantani ladies. Adu ma thakta nupi thiba nonglai ko wani usual ni.
Nupi oibi kaya gi phidam na phambu tem singnari ba. Mioi bagi wahan thok le hendra ba khunai sida. Ai sawo matham jana kanbirak.
Karigumba matamda adongi thabak mafamda tongan da thaudokna pukning wakhal nungai handabra asigumba thaudok asidagi ngak thoknaba pambai kharamyam gidamakta thamjari emung manunggi miyoising naknaba marup mapangsing workplace ki colleagues asina chingbaga wari watai sadokpiba amadi yarba makai social interactions fana thangnaba honabiu anoba skilled natraga hobby sing tamshinduna masidagi kanaba lobiu ishagi pukning wakhal nungai nabagidamakta kanagumba gi mateng pangbiduna natraga makhoida minungshi utpiduna adom amadi miyoidugi wakhal nungaina thambada mating oigani ishagi matam khaidokuna ishana isaga afaba mari thambiba tangai fade amadi ishagi me time thambiduna ishana isaga loina biduna ishana isabu masak khangna hotnabiyu faba wakhal tana mang thaduna aihakna hongdokpa ngamlaroidaba potuda wakhal thadadana madubu accept tawba tamduna thadokpa ngamna hotnabiyu nongmagi numitta ishana khwaidagi khoidajba physical activities haibadi lamjel walking cycling gymming apamba ama hekta khanbiduna madubu day to day life ki saruk ama ohelashi mashi punamak asina adomgi pukning wakhalbu ingna chikna thambada mating pangani mashigi mathakta Telemanas Manipur mental helpline number 14416 24/7 adomgi damakta lepli pukning wakhal hexon tharakpaga haiba number 14416 asida call tobiyu natraga manak nakpa health and wellness center da chatpiyu miyamgi damakta paukjenjariba National Mental Health Program National Health Mission Manipur amadi Directorate of Health Services Manipur.
Welcome back. You're watching ELITETV English News. Fresh sectarian clashes have left at least 37 dead and 103 injured, with casualties rising every passing hour in the Kuram district of Pakistan's northwest Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. The latest violence comes as a retaliatory offensive by Shia militia groups after Thursday's massacre of 47 Shia Muslims when unidentified gunmen attacked a convoy of passenger vans from Parachinar. As per available details, fresh sectarian clashes started early Saturday morning in Kuram district with a large number of gunmen targeting surrounding villages with heavy arms, turning entire villages into rubble and setting homes, markets and government buildings on fire. The attacks were carried out by Shia militant group Jainavium, which had vowed to avenge the killing of Shias on Thursday. It was their people who attacked the villages and burnt everything. The death toll is still rising, said an official in Kuram district. Another eyewitness of the carnage confirmed that he also saw charred bodies of at least 6 attackers. Reports indicate that the attackers have also kidnapped women with the tribal elders of both Shia and Sunni sects in the district, sending out messages to intensify attacks. Reports of clashes are still coming in from at least 3 different locations in the Kuram district, while the Tal Sada Parachinar highway remains closed from Kohat district. With the ongoing clashes escalating and intensifying, a provincial government delegation of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa departed from Peshawar to Kuram district to review the law and order situation. The helicopter carried a government delegation composed of KP Law Minister, Chief Secretary and Inspector General of Police. The delegation met with the local administration in Kuram district, but while it was on its way back, the helicopter reportedly came under gunfire. However, the chopper was able to make a safe landing in Peshawar. The situation in Kuram district continues to become more critical. Sunni and Shia sectarian clashes have left close to 100 dead and about 200 others injured in a span of 48 hours. There are no signs of any breakthrough in ensuring peace in the area, with both sides vowing to inflict bloodshed, chaos and carnage against each other. Kuram district has a history of sectarian violence. In September, at least 60 people from both sides were killed in separate incidents, according to Provincial Governor Faisal Karim Kundi. The Shia-dominated Parachinar area, which had seen bloody confrontational clashes with the surrounding areas of the Sunni majority in the past, saw police vehicles and security checkpoints being set ablaze by protesters on Friday as roads were blocked by stones and burning tires. The protesters in Parachinar also demanded immediate opening of the border with Afghanistan amid worsening situation, shortage of food, medicines, fuel and oxygen. This year has become the worst year on record for deaths of aid workers, with 281 deaths globally, the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs (OCHA) said on Friday. Humanitarian workers are being killed at an unprecedented rate, their courage and humanity being met with bullets and bombs, said Tom Fletcher, Under Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinator. This violence is unconscionable and devastating to aid operations. States and parties to conflict must protect humanitarians, uphold international law, prosecute those responsible, and call time on this era of impunity. OCHA said record fatalities also were recorded in 2023, with 288 workers killed across 33 countries. Stefan Dujarric, a chief spokesperson for UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, lamented last year's record was topped, and it isn't even December. The Humanitarian Office said that the more than 320 humanitarian personnel killed since October 7, 2023 in Gaza is driving up the number of global fatalities, as Xinhua news agency reported. Many were killed in the line of duty while providing humanitarian assistance, and most were staff members of the UN Relief Agency for Palestinian Refugees, known as UNRWA. OCHA said that most of the humanitarians killed around the world this year were local staff members working with non-governmental organizations, UN agencies, and the Red Cross or Red Crescent movement. High levels of violence, kidnappings, injuries, harassment, and arbitrary detention of aid workers have been reported in Afghanistan, Democratic Republic of the Congo, South Sudan, Ukraine, and Yemen, among other countries. Russian President Vladimir Putin on Friday promised more combat test firing of an experimental hypersonic missile fired at Ukraine, as Volodymyr Zelensky appealed for updated air defense system to meet the new threat. The latest statements from the leaders came hours after Ukraine's parliament shut down over heightened fears of a missile attack. A day after Moscow fired the new missile at the Ukrainian city of Dnipro, Putin said there would be more tests of the new Oresnik missile. We will continue this test, including in combat conditions, depending on the situation and character of the security threats posed to Russia, Putin said in a televised meeting with military chiefs. Russia would also begin serial production of the new weapon, he added. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said Friday they were already looking for updated air defense system from their allies in response to the new threat. The European Union, the US, and other wealthy countries raised the offer of climate funding for developing nations to $300 billion a year at COP29 on Saturday in a bid to unlock increasingly tense negotiations already a day into overtime. The UN Climate Summit has been due to finish on Friday but ran into extra hours as negotiators from nearly 200 countries who must adopt the deal by consensus tried to reach agreement on a funding plan for the next decade. It was not clear if the revised offer would be enough to lead a deal, but negotiators from developing countries and island nations on Saturday aired frustration over a process they said was not inclusive and temporarily walked out of the talks. A $250 billion proposal drafted by Azerbaijan's COP29 presidency on Friday was dismissed as woefully insufficient by developing countries reeling from the soaring cost of storms, floods, and droughts fueled by climatic change. COP29 has laid bare divisions between wealthy governments constrained by tight domestic budgets and developing nations, while past failures to meet climate finance obligations have also made developing countries mistrustful of new promises. The new goal is intended to replace developed countries' previous commitment to provide $100 billion in climate finance for poorer nations per year by 2020. That goal was met 2 years late in 2022 and expires in 2025. 5 sources with knowledge of the closed-door discussions said that EU had agreed it could accept the higher number of $300 billion a year. 2 of the sources said that the United States, Australia, and Britain were also on board. A European Commission spokesperson and an Australian government spokesperson both declined to comment on the negotiations. The US delegation at COP29 and the UK Energy Ministry did not immediately respond to requests for comment. With no formal update yet of the deal draft from the COP29 presidency, the mood was tense among negotiating groups. There is no clarity on the way forward. There is no clarity on the political will that we need to get out of this, said Panama's lead negotiator, Juan Carlos Monterrey Gomez. Representatives from the least developed countries and small island nations blocs walked out of the negotiating room in frustration, but said they remain committed to finding a deal. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitv.in or 940-2890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram, and X for more information about the channel. Before we wind up, let's have a look at the top headlines once again. Armed poppy cultivators confront police village volunteers in Makhan. Six more arrested for attacks on elected officials' properties. Total rises to 41. Mpox outbreak prompts WHO to maintain global health emergency. "37 killed, over 100 injured Asia-Sunni clashes rock Pakistan." And Putin vows more hypersonic missile test. That's a wrap. Thank you for tuning in and keep watching the 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. ELITETV English News for more updates.